Woody Wommack here with Mike Farrell for a loaded slate of week one games. We're going to run through the Saturday picks. Mike, let's get right into it. Tulane at Oklahoma. This game was supposed to be played in New Orleans, got moved to Oklahoma. It's going to be kind of a half full crowd. Oklahoma 31.5-point favorite.
Oklahoma. They're going to win, I don't know, maybe 60-10. I mean, they're going to put up big points. Tulane's not going to be able to stop them. And Spencer Rattler and company are going to send a message in the first game.
I agree. I'm going to take the Sooners. Penn State at Wisconsin. This is a big-time game. 5.5-point home favorites for the Badgers.
Tough one. A lot of people taking Penn State. A lot of money going that way, but I like Wisconsin here. Camp Randall's a tough place to play. I think they've got, obviously, the big uglies up front. I like their defense. We'll just see about the quarterback play with Graham Mertz, but I think they cover and win by a touchdown.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take that Wisconsin, too. I think Graham Mertz is going to be back to form, have a breakout year, kind of like we saw in the first game last year. So I like Wisconsin. Fresno State at Oregon. Oregon, a 20.5-point favorite.
Yeah, I have Fresno State here. I think that's a little much for Oregon, to be laying it this early. Fresno State, they beat UConn, count. But Oregon's the more talented team. There's no doubt about it. But I have a feeling they're going to play down to their opponent here a little bit. Win by 2 touchdowns, but not cover 20.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take Fresno State as well. I saw on Instagram on my Discover page that the last time they played it was 45-20, and Marcus Mariota was playing quarterback for Oregon. So if he could only win by 25, I'm not going to give Anthony Brown 21. So, all right, next game, one of the games of the week, Alabama and Miami playing here in Atlanta. Miami getting 19.5 points. That line keeps moving up.
Yeah, I'm taking Alabama. I'm not betting against Alabama, I don't think, once this year. I don't care what the line is. I don't care if they're favored by 40. You just can't bet against them. The new quarterback, new running back, new wide receivers, doesn't matter. Miami does not have a chance in this football game, and Alabama is going to win maybe by 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm going to take Alabama as well. I just think that the battle in the trenches favors Alabama, and I think Miami's really got to be able to run the ball to run their offense the way they want. I don't think they'll be able to do that, so I'm taking the Tide. Miami of Ohio at Cincinnati. Cincinnati ranked number 8. Talk about overrated.
I disagree with you on that. I don't think they're overrated. I think they're a really good football team. I'm not in love with Desmond Ridder, but I do like the defense. The defense is very, very good. I think they're going to shut some people down, and I think they're going to cover this. I think, I'm seeing something like a 31-3 football game here. But I'm a believer in Cincinnati as a top 10 team, and I know you're not, but I'll take the Bearcats.
Yeah, give me Miami of Ohio. They just like to be called Miami University. I'm taking them. 22.5 is a lot of points, especially with Ridder, who can be a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. One of the games I know you're keenly interested in, Indiana at Iowa. Iowa getting the 3 points at home.
This is probably the toughest game of the week, I think, other than Georgia and Clemson. I mean, a 3-point freaking spread is a nightmare. It's at Iowa. They're very tough to beat there. Indiana, is a talented team. I like what they have offensively with Phoenix and Freifogel and, McFadden leading the defense. I'm going to take Indiana to cover just because I don't believe in Spencer Petras yet. But betting against Iowa at home is difficult, but I'm taking Indiana.
Yeah, I'm going to take Indiana. I'm probably taking a win outright. Petras, his name means rock in Greek, by the way, in case you were wondering. So,
football like a rock.
We'll see if he can sling the rock for the Hawkeyes. But I like Indiana here, even though they're a trendy pick. Next up, Northern Iowa at Iowa State. This one I had to dig deep for the line, 31.5.
Line's not out there.
It's out there. It's not out there on certain places. It's 31.5.
But the fact that the line's not out there leads me to believe that Iowa State's going to cover this. And then listen, I'm not a believer in Iowa State. I've got them losing 4 games this season. But this isn't one of them. I think they might be peeking ahead a little bit to that Iowa game. But I still think they're going to come out and drub Northern Iowa and win by maybe 40.
No chance. Northern Iowa, easy cover. This is the free money pick of the week.
Free money? All right.
Yeah. So lock that in.
Well, you hate Iowa State.
Next up, Louisiana, number 23, at number 21, Texas. Texas, a 9-point favorite.
Yeah, take Louisiana. A well-coached football team, a team that a lot of people don't see often. Texas has no business being favored by 9 points in the first game under Sark. I think they win the football game, but I don't think they win by 9.
Yeah, 9 points is a lot. I don't like that you and I have so many picks that are
No,
similar.
I like it. I like it. Troy's
But
horrible at this, but I like
I'm
it.
gonna take the Raging Cajuns to cover, especially like you said with Billy Napier at head coach there. Next up, San Jose State at number 15, USC. USC getting 2 touchdowns.
Yes. Giving 2 touchdowns.
Oh,
US.
sorry.
And they're, obviously underachievers at all times. San Jose State has our boy Nick Starkel, and they're a very good football team as well that nobody sees. So I think they're going to cover the 14. USC will win, but it'll be closer than most people think.
I'll say, so you're taking San Jose State.
I am. I'm taking them.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm taking USC. I love I love Keaton Slovis to put up huge numbers against bad teams. That's his specialty. So no one that actually watches the Pac-12 can say he's great. So
San Jose State's not a bad team.
I'm going to take USC to cover. No problem. Next up, one of the games of the week, Georgia. I put at Clemson. The game's in Charlotte, so it's neutral site game. Clemson getting 3 points though.
I'm going to go
3. Sorry, jeez.
Yeah, Clemson is giving 3. I'm going to take Clemson. I believe in Dabo. I believe in Venables more than I believe in Kirby and company. And I just, I think when the pressure's on, they'll have a game plan. Venables got exposed last year against Ohio State. I think he's still ticked off about that. I think the defense will play well, and they get pressure on JT Daniels. But offensively, what I think they're going to do, I think they're going to, let Georgia be as aggressive as they want to be and sort of dink and dunk them to death and win this game outright by a touchdown.
Yeah, I had been trending towards Georgia in my head. I kind of been trending towards them as my national championship pick. But then I saw Darnell Washington's out, George Pickens is already out, and of course Eric Gilbert's out. And it kind of made me change my mind. I've also heard some buzz about their offensive line maybe struggling a little bit. So I'm going to take Clemson. I changed my mind just this week. I'm taking Clemson. I like them to easily cover the 3, maybe win by 7-14. So that's my pick there. Next up, FAU at Florida, 23.5-point favorites are the Gators.
I'm taking Willie Taggart, the Fighting Taggarts, to cover, not to win. But Florida's offense, there's nothing really to be impressed about yet. It's going to take a while for them to gel. Emory Jones is a bit of a wild card at quarterback. He ran as much as he's passed in his career. They lost every wide receiver with a pulse except for Copeland. And a lot of people are expecting huge things from, the transfer 5-star duo of Bowman and Lingard. But I think that running game is going to take a little while to get going too, because I'm not sold on the bodies up front. So Florida wins, but they're not going to cover 23.5.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that neither Bowman nor Lingard are on the 2 deep. So at least when I checked it. So I'm going to take FAU as well, just because purely for Twitter enjoyment. If Willie Taggart and N'Kosi Perry are winning at any point in that game, the Florida and Florida State fans will just have a field day with the Gators. So I'm just taking it for entertainment. We got to go lightning round here. Next up, Kent State at Texas A&M. Texas A&M 29-point favorites.
And they're going to cover 29 easy.
Yeah, that's an easy pick. I agree with you there. Montana at Washington, another one of these weird FCS games. We've got a 23.5-point favorite for the Huskies.
Washington's going to cover that. I don't even think Montana's going to score.
Oh, wow. Trust in their defense. And then the last but not least, what an intriguing game. LSU, 2.5-point favorites at UCLA.
I don't know. I mean, I'm going to take UCLA because they're home dogs. This could go either way, and LSU's practice has been disrupted, but give me UCLA.
Yeah, I had heard Andy Staples say that he thinks LSU wins by multiple touchdowns, but guess what? I told you last week, I said Chip Kelly's got that running game churning. I know it's going to be tougher going against the big SEC bodies, but I like the Bruins, and guess what? I like them to win outright.
Me too. I mean, at 2.5, obviously, They're not going to win a 1-point game. So I think they're going to beat LSU. LSU's young in a lot of areas still.
All right, that wraps up our big Saturday Picks show. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can find us there, Rifles Features on YouTube, and we'll have more picks coming throughout the weekend and, of course, every week during the season.